Heyo everyone and welcome, I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's watch the first episode of my first UHC. Okay everyone, so the big green sign says begin. Now, here's the deal. We're going to do some kind of interesting UHC stuff. I'm going to narrate what happened, and I'll speed up some parts, and I'll have some parts just kind of be standard speed. But this is a special UHC. This is my very first UHC, and it actually is a joint UHC with both myself and Jan.com. All of our patrons are playing on what is called Ultra Hungry Core. The point in this particular UHC is that everyone is going to have to struggle against starvation. No passive mobs are, no passive mobs were supposed to be in here. Unfortunately, you'll see a few, and you saw just there on the screen it said, don't kill any of them. So you can't eat anything that is from a passive mob. There are a few little things you can do. For example, you can throw a fish that you catch onto the ground, and it will turn into beef, and then you can cook that. You can also get leather from things such as wolves and throw that at the ground, and it will also turn into beef. That didn't quite work out so well this time, but that's okay. A few little bugs here and there. The other thing you can do is take mushroom stew, and it will turn into beef stew. So some different ways to stay ahead of the game, but nevertheless, you'll see that I really took time at the beginning here to avoid doing anything that would cause me to lose my hunger. Of course, I started with the whole usual charade of getting some wood, and then I tried to start a mine shaft. I was with Neums, Fampylove, and Floblob, and everyone except for me has done this before. I was a noob, so in this case, you can see I run away from this creeper and ask for help. Thankfully, Neums was ready with the axe, and all was well. Of course, I came out of that hole in the first place, sadly, because I realized I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't have any torches or way of seeing, and so I came here. Thankfully, I found some coal and was able to collect this, actually quite a good bit of it. But I decided to restart my mine shaft, and of course, here I am getting a better pick. And this just seemed like a better way to go, so I moved to a different location, one where I could hide it a bit better as well. But I will tell you that I was doing this without really knowing what I was meant to do. So we had Floblob on the TeamSpeak chat, the text chat, and then Fampy and Neums and I were in the voice chat. And I was kind of doing this while they were gathering wood, and Fampy, I know, was trying to collect apples. Here I am, I didn't realize I was in a ravine, and I dig into this. I can see the border over there, and I ask, what should we do? Should we get some of the ores in here? Should we use this? And everyone basically said, Mana, step away from the mine shaft, or excuse me, the ravine. Step away, back up. That's not going to be good. Don't do it. So I did, and then I came and I found some iron, which was really awesome. Of course, how do I collect it? That was sort of the issue that I had. I wasn't really sure how to do this because, again, I'm trying really hard not to jump or do anything because hunger depletes very quickly. It's hard to find food. At this point, I think I was already hearing that some of my teammates were losing some of their hunger, and I was pretty concerned about that. Their hunger bar was being depleted. I'm at full hunger at this point, so I don't know how I did it, but yay! In any event, here I am. I'm looking to get this iron, and I see here's another cave, and my immediate thought is, okay, should I run away? Because there's probably something, a skelly or a creeper. But I really want this iron because I know at this point it's the first real kind of meaningful ore that we found, and I'm in a good position to do it. And then I find, over in the corner, gold, as you can see down there in the right corner. So, of course, I share this with everyone in TeamSpeak, and they say, that's great. But I'm still worried, and then I see, oh, this is just a little cave. It's perfect. So I light it up, and then, of course, I have to figure out how do I get my iron pick, so I sort of have to do some working out here. And meanwhile, I've got my coordinates up because I'm being asked, where is this mine shaft? And it's starting to turn dark, and I'm trying to give some idea of where it is, but this was kind of my first big mistake, and I realized I didn't mark or indicate for my teammates where I started digging. Nor did I actually pull up the coordinates in the first place so that I could go back and say, hey, this is where that is, you know, find the entrance. So I really am showing my lack of UHC experience in all of this, but I found some good stuff, and it seems like we're well on the way towards a pretty successful UHC. So here I am, getting the iron, making my iron pick, making a bucket because that was suggested for water and lava, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. The UHC continues in the next one coming out tomorrow, and you can also check out the perspectives of all the other players who were recording by visiting my website, artofmana.weebly.com, and seeing a compilation of all the various players who recorded. Oh, and if you want to join either Jan.com or myself as a patron, links are in the description. We've got lots of cool things going on, so I'll see you around. Bye!